Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this past week's trades and the weekly recap. Before I get into the weekly recap, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of social media accounts. Also, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now, I'll get right into it. I had, let's see, 12 wins and 3 losses for a win rate of 80%, so I'm definitely pleased about that. A little better, but not 85%. So my stats have been struggling lately a little bit compared to what they usually are, but you know, it is what it is. So now this recap is going to be a little different because I haven't been posting on Twitter all week. I just haven't had time. I've been very busy, a lot of things going on, and so yeah. With that said, what is the first day of the week this week? The 9th, I think. Let me back this up to the 9th. Okay, let's pan this out just a little more so I can see if we gapped up or gapped down. We didn't really gap up that much, but we had a lot of see, this is the thing that's been so annoying with SPY. We've had so much volatility and so much movement pre-market and after hours. Then when you get to the day, you get hardly anything. I really hate that crap. But I am not trading it, you know, outside of trading hours. I mean, 9 to 4. I mean, I am not working all night and all day. I mean, beginners and people that are chasing the money, they'll trade and trade all 24 hours. You don't need that. I mean, all it takes is 1 or 2 good trades, and that's it. You don't need to sit in front of your screen 24 hours a day and try to catch every move. That's just stupid and ridiculous. Just you gotta set yourself, you know, some time to trade, and that's it. And shut it off all the noise. So me, I only trade during the trading hours, and anything that happens outside of it, I don't care. I don't sit there and watch it. Once in a while, I'll glance to see if something happens, and but no, I'm not trading it. I'm not interested. So a little ranting, but you know, it is what it is. So the trade ideas room, I said on the 9th, calls over 650, which is up here. I'm lagging. Why is toss being a piece of crap? Oh, because it wants to crash. Okay. Up here is the 650, and the first 10-minute candle is red. I've been waiting out the first half an hour on the trading day, first trading day of the week. Notice I said the first trading day of the week, because it's not always Monday. But yeah, it is Monday. So I waited it out, and this is the kind of stuff we see. We see just a massive opening range candle, then you get inside chop, and it's ridiculous. So yeah. First trade I took was I took calls at 10:11, which is right up here. 10:11. Oh, I took it right here. Okay, I remember this because of all the chop. 10 o'clock right here, and as soon as it cleared over this 599.50, I grabbed the 60-15 calls of 610. Now, because I haven't posted anything on Twitter, I have no idea what they went to. I can make a guess. Now, when I make my guesses, I'm not saying it they went there exactly, but just giving an approximate guess. So I got them down here at 610, and they probably went to $10 if I had to guess. So then I took calls again at let's see, 12:22, which is right here in this candle. Now I see why I did this. Made new high day, flushed through VWAP, but it didn't make a new lower day. I made a higher low, then it came back up to higher day again. I didn't take it this time, but it rejected at this 600 area again. It came back down, and when it came back up quickly, see, I like when they get to a level, they reject it and come back quickly, because usually that's a fake out or a head fake, whatever you want to call it, and then it ends up going. And I got the 60-15 calls again, this time at 550, and this time it went. So if I had to guess, it probably went another $10, up to $10 up there. So ended up being a good move. Patient, I timed that one pretty good. I probably could have got that and probably got it faked out, but I did grab this one perfectly. So, so definitely a good start to the Monday. I only took 2 trades on Monday, so just wasn't feeling it. I mean, it was mostly choppy, and you only had a couple good moves. One was right here, and the other one was right here, and the third move right there, but which I didn't take. So, yeah. But other than that, it was just choppy, and I didn't take any more than 2 trades. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at we went from what 598.50 to 601. Not even $3 move maybe. No, not even a $3 move. And look, we have this massive pop, then this massive drop. I mean, look at this volatility. This is just crazy. And then we did get some good range on Tuesday. So, Trinity's room on Tuesday, I said SPY puts under 599.50, which is down here at this low. And the first trade I took Tesla on the 10th, which is right here, right? Make sure I get the right day, the 10th, at 11:06, which is right here when it broke higher day. I didn't touch this. I could have grabbed it right here. I didn't. Came back down, came back up. When I got over this 317 area, that's when I grabbed the 325 calls at 585. If I had to guess, they probably went to $6, $7. Well, obviously they went to $6. They probably went to $7, maybe $8 on that. Tesla doesn't move nearly as much as SPY does or SPX does. So then on SPX, I took puts at 11:30, which is right. Okay, stop. Why is this piece of crap lagging all the time? Why is TOS so bad? I'm gonna probably have to pause the video and get it so it's working again. Okay, now TOS decides to work again. What a piece of crap this thing is. Let's say I took puts at what 11:30, which is right here. Okay, I remember this play because I missed this entire move. I grabbed the SPX 6010 puts at 610. Now I was playing, I could probably break it down into the 1 minute and you could probably see it. Of course it's going to go back to that. Okay. Where are we here? What time was it? 11:30. I got the wrong day though, don't I? I got the 10th. Okay, okay. This is go to 5 days. Okay, this is it right here. I got the play at 11:30, which is right here. I wasn't expecting a massive drop, so I took the puts at 610, and I got out around 7:50. I can't remember, but I do remember this play. And as soon as I got out, news dropped, and we flushed, and they ended up going like the 20 or 25 or something like that. But yeah. This was crazy. I was not expecting this. This might have been an Iran or Israel thing or something. I don't really remember. But yeah, I remember taking this underneath 601 and it caught the move right here. And I sold it quickly thinking that we weren't going to go down too far because based on what's been happening, we haven't dropped much at all. Every little drop's been getting bought. So I was looking for a quick little flush through VWAP and getting bought kind of like this right here. And this, and that's why I sold quickly, because there was nothing telling me that we were gonna have a massive dump because it was a news event. So me taking it, I didn't feel guilty about it. Well, I kind of did, I guess. After I got out, I was kind of like, great, this thing flushed, and if I just held out another minute, I don't even think it was a minute. I think it was like seconds, and then it flushed on news. So yeah, wasn't too thrilled about that, but you know, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do. Now, then I took puts again. No, I took calls this time at 340, which was right 340, right here. I got the right day, the 10th. Yeah, but somehow I bought this right here. Oh yeah, I remember saying in the room that whatever it does the last half an hour, the last 10 minutes, it's going to do the opposite. So it's been fading. So I took the chance. It took the 60-35 calls at 220 and it popped. And I'm not quite sure how far they went. If I had to guess, being at the money, they probably went to 10 very, very easily. So very happy about that. That was a good play. Now, let me back out just a little bit because this is after hours. I mean, again, so much volatility, and we had a good day on Thursday as far as volatility. So I traded Ia's room on the third. This is not the 13th. It's the 11th, which is Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday on the 11th, I said SPY calls over 606, which is up here. I was thinking, okay, maybe we're going to bounce and take that out and get to all-time high. But we didn't. We ended up selling off and had open. But when I came back up the higher day right here, I took the calls at 1016, which is right here, right when we broke higher day. I took the 60-60 calls at 670. And if I had to guess, they probably went to like $8 or something on that. So not a great play, but it did move a little bit, got almost 50 cents out of it. And it's usually worth, when you get 50 cents out of SPY, that's like $2. So on SPX. So now I did take Tesla puts on the 11th. Make sure I get the right day here. At what time? 10:42. Right. 10:42. Make sure I got the right day here. No, the 12th. Okay. 10:42. Right here. Yeah. Yeah, I see all these cluster candles right here. And I took the Tesla 325 puts at 525. And then it went the other way. I mean, this is one I think I took a loss on, right? No, I didn't. On the 12th? Okay, wait a minute. Why am I seeing Meta? Okay, what day am I on? I'm on the 11th, right? Yeah. Okay, why? Okay, I'm getting confused here. The puts on the 11th. This is the 11th. 11:52. Okay. I'm on the wrong day. Sorry, I'm confusing myself. Because I'm looking at the 12th and I'm looking at the 11th. I'm confusing myself because I have Tesla puts on both days. Okay, so I got the calls over here. I got that play. The Tesla puts at 11:52. I did not take a loss on this one. It was Wednesday. I took 2 losses. Or probably 3. I think it was 3. I think that's the day I took 3, but I'll look at that when I get to it. So yeah, I took the Tesla 330 puts right here at 670, and if I had to guess, they probably went to $7.50, $8 maybe on that drop right there. So I definitely got a good play out of that. Made new low a day. Then I took Tesla calls, not Tesla calls, SPX calls at 12:48, which is right here for a push through VWAP. I got the 60-50 calls at 6:30, and they pushed through VWAP. And if I had to guess, I got it 6:30. They probably went to $8 plus on that one. So now, let's see. I got Tesla Meta. Traded his room on the 12th. I said SPY calls over 601, which is up here on this low, and it did rip through that. But I didn't take the calls. I went and decided to take Meta puts for one. So Meta. Okay, why isn't this working? God, Toss is such a piece of crap. And I took what? Meta puts at 958, which is right down here. Oh yeah, I remember this play. I took the 6090 puts at 635, and as soon as I got in, it ripped the other way, and I ended up stopping out. Then I took Tesla puts at 1042, which is right here. This is the choppy area. I remember it was wicking on both sides, and soon as it broke underneath 324.50. Actually, I was thinking it was under 324.80. That's when I grabbed puts, 325 puts at 525. As soon as I got in, it ripped the other way. I ended up stopping out. So this is the day with 3 losses. Yeah. Then I took SPX puts at 1146, which is right here. I took it right here. I took the 60-20 puts at 730, and I think I took it on this at 602, and they went. I got it about 730. I don't think they went far, maybe $8, because they bounced right off VWAP. And this was the day where I was on the wrong side of it, because I was looking for. We've been having that midday flush every day. See, right around here. Well, we're here like midday, 12 dump, 1 o'clock dump. We get that random dump right around midday. There's one right there, one right there. See, we've been getting them every day. This was, we didn't really get it there. We got it here, twice, 1, 2. And, here I did it 1, 2. We've been 3 times. I mean, we've just been doing this right down here. We've been doing this midday dump, except really right here. I didn't do it till like 2. So yeah, we've been doing a midday dump almost every day for weeks. So I was in the wrong mindset, and then I bought puts again at 1204, which is right here. Right here. So yeah, I took it here, and it bounced up. I reloaded, and thinking that we were going to get that dump, and I just had the wrong mindset. I took a loss right there on that. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to get it wrong once in a while. I just was trying to anticipate a move that just didn't happen, and I probably shouldn't have done that. So I mean, I could have avoided a loss on that. Yeah, this must have been the Israel-Iran conflict strike that happened overnight, and massive drop right there, and rebounded like nothing happened for the most part. Then it sold off in the afternoon. So let's see, Friday the 13th, of course, all the days. SPY calls over 599, which is up here. Everyone's going to jump in puts at open because we had the massive gap down. Everyone's thinking war. Everyone's thinking that we're just going to dump right at open, and then it pops. So but I did take puts at 1010. I waited for news. We had consumer sentiment coming out at 10 o'clock, I think. So I didn't really do anything. I waited, and as soon as the consumer sentiment dropped, and it broke new low a day, that's when I took the 59.60 puts at 720. And if I had to guess, it probably went from 720 to probably $10 if I had to guess. Usually that seems to be the magic number. Almost all my plays, now I said almost all my plays, managed to hit 10. Now, if I was trying to hold for 10, they would never hit 10. It's a double-edged sword that if you get in and out quickly, they go to 10. If you hold for 10, it never makes 10. Or it'll end up going to 990 or 980 or some crap like that. So I've seen it happen a couple times. One time I did decide to do that, and it went to like 990 or something like that, and it didn't work out. So then I took calls at 1116, which is up here when it broke new high a day. I mean, I'm not a bit surprised that it broke high a day. I mean, everyone's thinking we're going to sell off, short the pops, and SPY would just defy the odds. It always does. Whenever you think SPY is going to do one thing, it's going to do the opposite. So everybody's so fixated on the war and conflict, and that it's just market's just going to crash or it's going to dump, and it didn't. It just rebounded. So as soon as it broke high day, I took calls. Took the 60-20 calls at 650. right here over 600, and they probably went to $10. So then I took puts at 110, which is right here. I think I grabbed it underneath 630. I grabbed the 580 puts, and if I had to guess, they probably went to probably close to 8, 9, maybe $10, and it bounced up, chopped it view off, then it flushed. But I think this was more news, retaliation or something. So we're going to probably see a lot of that. That's why you need to get in and out of trades really, really fast, especially when things are developing. All it's going to take is one headline or one tweet, and the whole trading dynamics is going to change, and you could very easily take a loss. That's why I love getting in and out of the trades, because I don't want to have to stress. Or you get a trade like this. You say you get end up here, and you just take a trade. You just don't put in a stop loss. And even if you put in a stop loss, if you put in a stop loss, and there's something, a news drops, the slippage will be massive. I mean, like say if you get in at like 580 like I did, and you put a stop loss at 6, and news comes out, your stop is not going to hit at 6. Your stop can hit at 5 or 4. The slippage is brutal. So I mean, I know that people use stop losses, and usually they're pretty good, but when you have a news event or there's massive volatility that comes out of nowhere, the slippage is going to be nasty. I've been a victim of that. To me, I'd rather just use just stay with it, and God forbid if you have to use the bathroom or something distracts you and the news headline drops and you miss it. But that's why I like getting in and out of trades really fast, because yeah, I miss a lot of money, but who cares? I'd rather be in and out and have some peace of mind. Imagine if you're in futures. I mean, options, I mean, you're only going to lose what you put into options. Futures, it's unlimited risk. Imagine if you're long in ES, and then a news headline comes out with Israel and Iran or something like that, and SPY drops $2 or $3 in an instant. That's going to be massive on futures. So yeah, very, very dangerous. Let's see. I think I already covered the calls, and I covered the puts. Yeah, I did cover the puts on that 580. So I've pretty much covered everything. I'm just rambling a little bit. Just next week's gonna be crazy. I've already looked ahead, and we got FOMC, we got Middle East conflicts. Now we got Trump saying that the U.S. might get dragged into it, and well, he didn't say dragged into it. Might join, I should say. So we got a short week. Thursday's closed. It could be a very, very crazy week. Futures is probably going to be gapping down huge, but the gap down will probably be rebounded by tomorrow. I'm not touching futures. I could care less. I'm not trading on weekends or after hours. Just why, like I said in the beginning of the video, just pick your times to trade and just stick to them. I mean, you don't need to trade all the time. Okay, that's it. Enough rambling. Thanks for watching.